Hey guys, how you doing today? Bitcoin Kid here. All right, May 26, 2017. Welcome to the channel where I keep you updated on the latest cryptocurrency events and I go over my strategy and what I'm doing to invest in the cryptocurrency space. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe and don't forget to click the notification bell to get the latest videos. All right, let's get this started. All right, so we're seeing Bitcoin slowly starting to bounce back. It did touch about 40,000. It's hovering around 38,800 change right now. We saw Bitcoin, a million Bitcoins were sold off in May, ranging from $30,000 to $35,000, which were previously bought in April that were ranging from 55 to 60,000. So that was a $20 billion loss, according to the crypto analyst Plan B. There was basically a lot of speculation of basically what happened in this month, between overseas influence, manipulation, celebrity influence as well, manipulation there. Also, we heard about, there was a couple whale wallets that had purchased, hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin, a few days before the big dump, and then they sold off, and that created a whole panic sell, and that's kind of basically what happened. Think about it, $20 billion was lost, right? So, but if you did not sell your Bitcoin or other coins, you did not lose money, right? You just lost value. Still, like if you had one Bitcoin and it went from 65 to 20,000, well, guess what? You still had that one Bitcoin, right? But if you sold it, that's when you lost money. So that's what happens with a lot of panic selling. Again, I haven't been in this space that long myself either. It's probably not even been a year yet, but it's new. I have lost money. I didn't lose money because I sold my Ethereum. Ethereum, same thing. Ethereum dropped. I didn't lose money. I had a whole a coin. I had lost it because I put it in a wallet. And I took a loan out at 50% loan to value, which now I know not to do that because I got completely liquidated. That kind of sucks, but I'm starting to build back up again at this point. I have a third of an ETH coin right now, which I'm gonna just leave in one of the exchanges or have a few different exchanges, but definitely not doing the loans again because that I got to a certain point where they just liquidated me. Basically I just lost the amount that was lent to me. So the other part of the ETH I had taken, but I had either paid some other bills or I bought some other coins. Like I have some Shiba coins, I have Kishu coins, and I have some other coins I had invested in. But it's not like it's like a complete loss. But now I've learned that lesson not to do that as well. Or if you do want to do a loan, definitely don't max it out. Whatever, if it's 50 or 60%, take out like 25 or 30% if you need to. Don't max it out, and make sure if you start seeing this kind of dip, pay back some of that loan, because if I would have done that, if I would known to have done that, I could have salvaged some of the money at least. But anyways, that being said, so again, but also they talk about JP Morgan and all these other kind of financial institutional companies trying to get the approval from the SEC about they're going to start to create hedge funds, so to give people exposure to Bitcoin without actually holding claiming custody of the coin. So they're going to claim custody of the coin, and then they're going to allow their investors. And they're talking about, we've talked about this before, about the baby boomers that are going to come in with trillions of dollars once their hedge funds are approved by the SEC. So again, baby boomers. Obviously, these are like people born in like in the 40s. They're 60 plus and older. They're going to be coming in with this type of money because they kind of they'll probably most likely invest in hedge funds because they probably will feel more secure with investing with their stockbrokers or like I said, hedge funds managers, instead of like just going to an app and buying Bitcoin, right? So they're going to feel more comfortable that way. So we're going to see trillions of dollars entering the cryptocurrency world. So that kind of makes sense. Like if you're like these big companies, why would you take your customers' money, buy in at a Bitcoin that's $65,000, and then maybe it gets to 100,000 by the end of the year. That's not much of a gain, right? Like that's what, like a 30% gain or 40% gain, whatever that is, 50% gain around there. But what if they manipulate the market, drop the Bitcoin down to a $30,000 mark, and then buy in with their investment, and then it goes to not, $100,000. Now that's a 300x, their initial investment. Wouldn't that sound a lot better? So I think this is what's happening. So again, they're talking about another sell-off soon, but again, if you don't sell your coins, well, then you don't lose money. You're just, your coin devalued at, for that moment. But as you saw, Bitcoin just jumped back up again to, close to 40,000, and it's going to go back up again. And we're going to continuously see this up and down pattern. So once you decide that, hey, I'm not going to sell any of my cryptocurrencies, I'm going to hold on to them. If you got to sell, if you need money, that's a different story. Sometimes that's my situation. But in the long run, try to hold your coin. Keep buying those dips. This was what a great opportunity. That $65,000 Bitcoin went to 30,000. Yeah, you could have bought. It's like 50% off, right? You could have bought a $30,000 Bitcoin, and now it's gone up to almost 40,000. You would have made $10,000 in a matter of days, right? So again, if you don't have all that money, but if, like, let's say you had $3,000 and it dropped now, instead of only owning 5% of a Bitcoin, you could have bought when it was 30,000. Now you have 10% of a Bitcoin. So these are the opportunities that we need to capitalize on. And as we move forward from this point on, just again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is just what I'm doing. But look at these as opportunities to attain more Bitcoin, right? So when you see those price drops, don't get scared. Don't think it's going to go to zero, because it's not going to zero. I mean, there's so much money, financial institutional money being put into this. They know that this is going to go to $1 million, right? We're going to have a halving in 2024. That's just only going to increase the price of Bitcoin. So when you see these times when the Bitcoin price drops, just buy the dips and keep moving on. Okay, so moving forward, Willy Woo, on-chain analyst, he believes that this is just the beginning of the Bitcoin bull market cycle. This is just the he's saying that even though we had the correction 50%, but he believes that this is not like in 2013 where there was a double pump, but it's playing more like when COVID hit, and then they basically call it the COVID white swan, where people on the sidelines started to invest their money when Bitcoin was like 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 10,000. They kind of put their money in. So and also he believes that this is the beginning of a bull cycle, just because the number of Bitcoin users is growing at a rate that indicates that this is just the early stages. So that being said, when, like, again, I keep emphasizing this, when we see the price of Bitcoin drop like that dramatically, have some extra money, just to buy in, or whatever. Or if you start seeing it get to a certain point, that's what I'm learning now. When I see, like, especially Ethereum, skyrocket all the way to 4,000, I probably should have sold my coin right there, because I know that's gonna just drop, and that's a continuous cycle. You look back at the charts, it's just up and down, up and down, up and down. Whenever there's a parabolic increase, it just crashes down again, and that's kind of what we're seeing. So just kind of it's hard too, because you feel like when it's shooting up, you're like, you want to put your space helmet on, and you're riding you think you're going all the way to the moon, and then you realize where your space shuttle runs out of fuel and you crash and burn, right? So let's keep that in mind, and keep moving forward, and just keep reminding ourselves, like, hey, buy those dips. And that's probably the easiest and the safest way to do it. I was trying to jumpstart my investing by taking the loans out, but this is all valuable information that we're learning. I'd rather learn these lessons now when I just had a few $1,000s versus having tens of thousands of dollars. Imagine having $100,000 worth of Bitcoin, and you take a loan out 50% and it crashes, you get completely liquidated. You're going to lose all your money. So these are great things that I'm learning right now. If you guys have any comments or questions, or how you guys are investing, or what things that you can do, what you've been learning, I'd like to please put a comment in. I'd like to get back to you, and see what your thoughts are on that. But anyways, guys, I appreciate it. That being said, thanks again. Have a great day, and thanks for all the support. We're almost at 2,500 subscribers. So if you're new, please like and subscribe. If you're old, same thing. Please like and subscribe, and that'll really help out the channel. All right, guys, thanks again. Talk to you soon. Have a great day.